Did he ever give you anything in regards to what's happening in society in the future? Like, hey, like there's going to be this movement, there's going to be AI.
It's very rare. It's very rare. He has left breadcrumbs for me for my personal journey to figure things out. But it's very rare that he will make a prediction for society because, number one, he says there's no such thing as a prediction of the future. There are many probabilities. When someone makes a prediction, they may be psychically sensing the energy that exists at the moment the prediction is made of the present. And they're saying, if this energy doesn't change, this will unfold and it will manifest and it will come to pass. But predictions are predictions of the energy at the present. They're not of the future. They are warnings or they are, announcements of what might happen, what might be probable if the energy doesn't change in this moment. That means that some predictions being made known will render themselves obsolete if you don't like what they're telling you. So sometimes a prediction that doesn't come true doesn't mean that the psychic was wrong. It may mean simply that everyone said, we don't prefer that. Let's change the energy. Whether they do that consciously or unconsciously doesn't matter. If the energy changes, then the prediction will not come to pass. However, the few times that Bashar has been willing to make predictions, it's, as he's explained it, because the energy momentum behind this is so powerful, it's unlikely to change direction. And therefore, they feel comfortable saying, look, this is where the energy is going. Not that you still can't change it, but it is got so much momentum behind it. We feel it's unlikely to change. So we're preparing you for this because it seems like this will happen. So here you go. Now, the three that I can mention, number one was in 1998, and this is on a recording. In 1998, he said, but before the end of 2001, New York would have a terrorist attack. Obviously, that came true. Mm-hmm. The second one was, I think it was a year or two beforehand, he said, and this was obviously having to do with the elections in the United States. He said, in 2016, after 2016, everything will change. And you will look back at things beyond that you will trace back to the fact that things changed in 2016 and will never be the same. That has obviously come true. Look where we are today. The last prediction he has made, somewhere around the end of 2026 or the beginning of 2027, there will be some sort of a UFO event that will let humanity know we are not alone. Now, he won't say what that is, but he's basically saying this will be the true beginning of open contact, where you now have to consider the reality that there are others in the cosmos other than yourself. So somewhere at the end of 26, somewhere around the beginning of 27, some incident is supposed to occur that will kind of open our eyes to the fact that we're not alone in the universe. Again, he won't say what that is yet. He's going to be talking more about what contact may look like when it happens in the upcoming Sedona transmission in September. But that's his latest prediction. And I've actually heard a couple of other psychics say something very similar, like open contact and disclosure and the introduction of ETs to humanity is only a few years away. It's really close. So it's been echoed by several other psychics independently. So something is happening that is happening in our consciousness that has made us ready for the first steps of contact, I think.
Well, if that does happen, from what you told me before, is like if Bashar showed up today and walked off of a spaceship and walked towards us, we wouldn't be able to handle his frequency. Right. His frequency would be so much. I'm assuming that the contact that's coming is at a frequency that we can handle?
Yes. So it's something more similar to us, something that would be more humanoid, something we can handle at first. something of a frequency. And you have to also remember that I'm not saying that this event means they're going to land and step out.
Right.
It's an event. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. But
it could be in the front, the White House front lawn. It could be.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
Yeah, but it will be something that is unquestionable. So obviously they would know what they're doing, and it would be something we can handle. So they will leave it up to us in terms of how to react to that, but it will be something we can probably handle. Otherwise, it would make no sense to do it. There would be no point. So, and even when beings are introduced, I think they will be of a type that's more genetically related to us, something we can relate to, something that's easier for us to take. And over time, we would be introduced to other species that are more different than we are. As we get used to the ones that are more like us, we can start to expand and say, okay, now let's look at the ones that are not so much like us. And now we're really understanding a different culture and a different frequency. But they'll probably do it in a way that allows us the opportunity to gradually raise our frequency to match those frequencies later on as well. Because again, if they don't do it that way, it would make no sense.
To watch the full video, click on the link below. And don't forget to subscribe.